Okay, welcome to this tutorial on installing and configuring GNS3. So let's get right started and open up any web browser and go to GNS3 website. Oops. Okay, once you get here, click download and you arrive at this login page. So if you do not have an account, you need to create using here, or you can sign using Facebook or Gmail account. So I already have an account, so I'll just log in straight. Oops, wrong password. Okay, so once you're in, you can have to choose a Mac version, Linux and Windows. So if you're on Linux, you have on the Linux machine, you download the Linux version. If you have a Mac, you download the Mac version. If on Windows, you download the Windows version. So I'm on Windows 10, so I'm install the Windows version, and you will click here to download the file. Yep. Okay, I already downloaded the file in advance, so I will just straight go to my file right here and click to install. Yep, and you will receive this prompt window. So click next and agree the license agreement. So we just click next, and now this is the point where you should select. So if you already have Wireshark installed, you do not really need to install again. So I already have Wireshark here installed, so just uncheck this box, and you have Stupid Party. So we see this removes the tabs, allows tabs view, so I don't really need that, so I'm just gonna remove it. And there's this SolarWinds response time viewer, some packet analyzer. So I mean, if you really want, you can install, but I'm not gonna install it. Click next, select your directory, and I'm just gonna accept the defaults and install. So this will take quite a while, so I'm just gonna shut up here. Okay, now the installation is complete. You click next, and you get and part of the package of installing GNS3, you get this free license of SolarWinds Standard 2 set, which basically provides some SNMP stuff and analyzing stuff. So if you want, you can click yes, but I'm gonna click no, and we can straight away start our GNS3. So you create a new project. Okay, so you create a new project here, and I'm just gonna accept it default. So this is your directory where you store your project. I'm just gonna click OK and click yes. Okay, now we are gonna add the iOS image. The iOS image is in the YouTube description box below. It's a Google Drive file. is linked to hosted and Google Drive, so you can just click on it and download it. So I already have downloaded in advance, which is right here, a 3700 series router. So to add a ISO image, you click on Edit, Preferences, and scroll down to dynamic IPS and iOS routers. So here you add manage your iOS images, and you click New, Browse, and browse for the image that you have downloaded, which I have it right here. And now it will ask you if you would like to copy the image file to the default image directory. So basically it will just copy the image file into some other directory that the GNS3 will manage. You can click yes if you want, but I'm just going to click no. So notice that it's just going to use that file that is stored in my downloads folder. Click next, and this is just a naming platform. You can just keep the default. Next, and the default RAM will be 128. Now it's recommended to up this to 256 so that you can run certain stuff such as NAT, which requires a minimum of 256 MB. Click next, and these are the ports available. So we have a fast internet port. You can add more if you wish. So you have 16 switches module and additional fast internet port. So I'm just going to leave it the default. Click next. Here is where you add your WAN cards. So I'm going to add 2 serial interfaces here, and I'm gonna find an ideal PC finder so that the CPU doesn't hook up 100% on your iOS routers. So it's pretty important to set this up. This is gonna take some time. Okay, it says that it has found an ideal PC value, so click OK and click Finish, and now you have configured a router. So click Apply, OK, yep. Okay, so let's do a small topology here. Drag out this router here, another router here, and now just configure a simple OSPF right here. Yeah, you get a lot of firewall stuff so that it's able to do its internal virtual networks kind of stuff. Okay, so this button will start the routers, or you can right click on each icon here and press start, so you can suspend, stop everything here, and you can change the host name here if you like, and you can configure to add more ports right here, and would add more memory and VRAM size and this size. So you can add more slots here, and you can statically configure a base MAC address right here, and some optimization values right here. So it's best not to touch them. So you can touch the MAC address if you try to do some MAC smoothing stuff regarding some MAC attacks, or try to make it simpler to identify the router. You can change the MAC, and that's really it. So you can console to the R1 by right clicking and go to console, and you will receive this console image, console terminal I mean. And I'll console both of them. Okay, so I'll just do a quick configuration here. Do it on the other side. Okay, it should be able to ping each other now. Yep, it's connected. Do ping 10.1.1.1. Oops. Yep, connection is successful. So you can spice up the network a little bit by adding a virtual PC. So this can be act as your client. So we'll pull in this guy, connected this guy up to our fast internet port, start up this guy, allow access, console this guy in, and yes, it's a command line. So this show IP will show you the current IP config. So this is like your IP config inside a Windows machine. So to set an IP, you need to IP your host address. So basically this, I will configure this as 1.10 subnet mask and your default gateway, and that's it. And we show IP. Yep, we have our gateway set and our IP and mask set. Okay, so let's go over to our R1 and configure our fast internet interface. Yep, and just like how you ping in PC, you type a ping command 192.168.1.1, and it should be able to ping. And this up request stuff, yep, you can see it being successful. Okay, so now let's do some OSPF. Put them in area 0. And R2. So you should see a neighbor coming up soon. Yep, we can see the neighbor, and PC1 should be able to ping R2. Yep, I'm getting a successful message, a ping reply from it. So yep, so that's a simple topology to show how GNS3 works and how you can set up your own lab environment and test Cisco lab files, and so you can practice all your lab stuff here. So I just want to show you something real quick. If you do not like the terminal, yeah, right here. So just now I showed you the terminal which is orange and black. So if you do not like it, you can change it right here, this value 4, which is the skin. So if you change it to 1, okay, let's console in again. You realize that it gives me a white and black terminal. If you do not prefer that, you can change it again to 2, and let's console it again. you get a black and white, so you can basically test out all the values with different numbers and you get different results. So that's up to you to test it out. So yep, so that's it. And this summarize up the tutorial on GNS3, and hope this will help you guys and more tutorials to come. So all the best, guys.